Hi there and welcome. This video is going to be a pregnancy update and first trimester recap video. Since I am already 17 weeks pregnant and this is my first video, I'll just do a quick recap in the beginning of what's happened so far. Since this is my first video, I figured I'd quickly introduce myself. My name is Danielle. This is my very first pregnancy. I'm gonna be a first-time mom, so I have really no idea what to expect. I got married last year, almost exactly 1 year ago, in October, on October 20th. My husband, he is a firefighter, and I'm a registered dietitian. So let's go ahead and jump into the first trimester. I found out I was pregnant. I was 4 weeks at that point. I didn't even think I was pregnant. I just randomly decided to take a pregnancy test. I was due to get my period that day, and I was like, what the heck? I didn't get it yet, so I figured I'll just take it just for the heck of it. So I was pretty darn shocked when 2 lines came up. I really did not have any symptoms that I had noticed. That's my cat, if you hear something. So I didn't even think I was pregnant. I really was just taking the test just for fun. Really, I felt completely normal, like no signs or anything that I was pregnant. So I took the test and I was watching it. Like, you know, you can watch the lines come up. And I saw 1 line come up and I was like, oh, okay, I'm not pregnant. And then I kept watching it and all of a sudden I see a 2nd line appearing and I was shocked. I was just like, what? What? Like, I never even thought I would be pregnant. So really crazy, really shocking, really exciting. So then I had my first appointment at 8 weeks pregnant. So that was really exciting. We actually decided to wait to tell anyone because I don't know, I was just nervous and I wanted to like find out for myself that everything was, you know, good before getting people excited like in our family. So I didn't even tell like my parents or anything, so nobody knew, just my husband. So we went to the appointment, everything was good, so that was really exciting, and waiting for that appointment was so hard because, like I said, like I did not even feel pregnant. So it was really weird to be like, is everything like good in there, because I don't feel any symptoms like whatsoever. So that was, you know, kind of hard to wait that long. But anyways, so we waited and then we told them, our parents, soon after that. So that was exciting. And then I still felt pretty much completely normal, which was the really crazy part. And actually going back, I remember reading when I was about to be 6 weeks or 7 weeks pregnant, like, oh, this is the time that you might start feeling nauseous or having morning sickness. And I was like, oh yeah, like it's gonna, you know, start really feeling pregnant now. And week 6 came, week 7 came, and nothing. Like I didn't feel anything. Like some mornings I would have like slight nausea, but that was it. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I barely felt pregnant, really. And so I was like really stressed waiting for that appointment. I remember I was like, I don't really even feel pregnant. I don't look pregnant, obviously, because it's so early. So then I was still feeling good. My OB was like, yeah, sometimes some people don't feel nauseous until later on, like maybe week 12. I was like, okay, you know, most of the stuff I had read online was like saying sooner, but I was like, oh, maybe it'll just be later on or whatever. So then around 11 weeks, we told like more people, like other family members and friends, like close friends and stuff like that. So I still wasn't feeling really any symptoms. Like it was so weird, so weird. I was expecting, like, you hear people who like throw up 5 times a day or more or whatever, and nothing. Like I just was hungry, really. Like I would wake up in the morning and be really hungry and really thirsty, and that was really it. Like, so weird. Not what I expected at all. But like I said, this is my first pregnancy, so I guess I should have gone in with no expectations because it really messed with my head. So then I was moving into the second trimester, which was exciting because we still hadn't like announced or whatever that we were having a baby, because again, being the first pregnancy, I was like, let's just wait, I don't know, or whatever. So then I was moving into the second trimester, which was exciting. Like the weeks were ticking by, so that, you know, was exciting. I was getting further along. I would follow on like my little app, you know, like how big the baby is and stuff like that. So that was all good stuff. And then we decided we wanted to find out the gender. So that was at 15 weeks. And since I hadn't been having any nausea, you know, they say like online and stuff like, oh, if you're not sick, then it's probably a boy, and if you are really sick, it's probably a girl. So I like got it in my head, so sure that I was having a boy, so sure. And so, and my husband, he also was like, yeah, it's probably, you know, a boy. Like we were so sure. So we set up our gender ultrasound at 15 weeks. And we went in there and the lady was like, hey, you know, what do you guys think it is? And we were like, oh, a boy for sure. It's gonna be a boy. And she's like, okay, like, let's find out. So we're doing it, whatever. She's looking at the baby. Oh, there's the baby, stuff like that. And then she's like, okay, I know what it is. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you sure? And she was like, oh yeah, I'm sure. I wouldn't say unless I was sure. And I was like, okay. She goes, it's a girl. Like, I've never been so shocked in my life. Like, I was shocked. Shocked. So, I guess moral of the story is that, those little wives' tales of, is it a boy, is it a girl? Like, you just can't trust them because they totally steered me wrong. Like, I was shocked. I was like, it's a boy for sure. I don't know. I think it's probably more like genetic, like what your symptoms are, just because, you know, people in my family were like, oh yeah, I didn't have any morning sickness and I never threw up and I felt great, stuff like that. So, you know, I don't think those things are as true as maybe people make them out to be. Anyway, so that was 15 weeks. And then we did like a little gender reveal party at 16 weeks. So that was last week. And then here we are now at 17 weeks. And everything's been going good. Really exciting. So now we know we're having a girl, which was quite the shock. And yeah, at 17 weeks, I mean, things are still going pretty smooth, but something really exciting that did happen like a few days ago, so it was like towards the middle end of week 16, was that I felt her move for the first time, which is crazy. So that was really exciting. So that was crazy. I like thought, you know, the apps or whatever were saying around this time you might, you know, notice feeling your baby, like little flutters. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll be on the lookout for that. And I was like laying down on the couch and I thought I felt something, but I wasn't sure. So I put my hand on my like lower abdomen area below the belly button. and all of a sudden I felt like a little tap, like from like the inside on my hand. I was like, oh, like I literally gasped out loud. It was crazy. And now it's happened like a few more times. I want to say like maybe not a lot, like just a handful of times, like maybe 4 to 5 more times. Because it's so subtle that like it could easily be missed. I'm sure I've missed a bunch, maybe, I don't know. But so sometimes when I'm laying like really still and I put my hand there, then I'll feel like a little something. But yeah, so that's really exciting because people are asking me like, oh, do you feel the baby yet? And I was like, no, I don't think so. So it's exciting because now I am. So that's exciting. But that's pretty much it. The belly's getting a little bit bigger, but still, you know, not huge. You know, it's my first pregnancy, so I guess with the first one, you don't show like as quickly. Maybe, I think that's what I've heard. So we'll see. Maybe in the next few weeks, the bump will start being really defined, and she'll pop out even more and make a little appearance. But so yeah, everything is going pretty good. No complaints. She's been treating me well. I thought it was funny. The ultrasound lady that did the gender was like, is she being nice to you? You know, not too much nausea. I was like, it's been quite a breeze, actually. She's been great. So everything's been going good. It's super exciting. I'm due in March, so we're really just counting down the weeks. Pretty soon, 3 more weeks, we'll be halfway there. So we're looking forward to it. So this is a exciting and new and fun journey. So I thought it'd be fun to document it, like I said. And if you guys are pregnant too, I'd love to hear how your pregnancies are going. And if you have found out the gender, like if you're having a girl, if the wives' tales were true or not true, or if they just totally messed with your head like me. Yeah, I'd love to hear. If anyone wants to leave a comment, that would be exciting. I'd love to hear. I don't know anyone else that's pregnant right now, so I'd love to hear how other people's pregnancies are going. If you guys want to follow along, I'm going to start posting weekly updates, so definitely subscribe if you'd be interested to continue to hear how the pregnancy goes. I know our anatomy scan is coming up soon, so or anatomy ultrasound, so that'll be pretty exciting. I'll make a video on that too, so definitely follow along, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.